Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be? Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Indoor Nationals, brought to you in part by Average Joe Paints out here. Full Velocity Racing Network live here with the Chili Bowl. Pro late models out here for racing action. Last week was Street Stocks, this week Pros, next week Legends, and then the trucks to follow. This is going to be a fantastic show just like last week, folks, and definitely going to see some bumper grinding, side rail skirting, whatever you want to call it there. It's going to be good old-fashioned short track racing at the Chili Bowl. And I'm Todd Stanton. Alongside of me, Charlie Milner, going to be joining me in the booth here. Special comments maybe from Jeff Brown throughout the show. And Phil will be flying in last minute from Sauber, Pennsylvania, from Lernerville. He will be with us here in just a little bit. But Charlie, welcome alongside of me here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Glad to have you a part of it.
Happy to be here, man.
All right, Charlie Milner, definitely a sponsor, a great sponsor here at Full Velocity Racing Network. I know he's been sponsoring quite a few different events here going on in the iRacing community, so definitely going to give us some intel of what's going out on the track. Always great to have an extra set of eyes out here as we get ready for heat racing action. Heat number 1 going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 17 machine. That will be Justin Sick, his dancing partner to the outside, driving the number 71, and that's Mario Perez. Inside row number 2 sees Jamison Colbridge aboard the 199 machine, and Josh Phillips aboard the number 6, rolling off in position number 4. Fifth starter sees AJ Sideways, AJ Cruz in the 343, and Blake Bailey aboard the number 11 machine, rolling off in position number 6. So we have 6 cars out there. Only the winner going to move on here to the feature. The rest will go to alphabet soup here. And it will be 10 laps, I do believe, is going to be the distance. It may be 15, excuse me, correct me if I'm wrong there, Charlie. Maybe you could see that actual aspect of things here as they come down the front straightaway here, getting ready to go to green flag Alpha 4 this time.
15 lap heats.
So it's going to be 15 lap heats. Cannot see it here on my end, unfortunately. Would love to see it on my end. Not sure why I'm not seeing that, but that's hijinks here sometimes on the Full Velocity Racing Network. You get ready to go green flag racing off of turn number 4 with heat race number 1. iRacing got flag, green flags in the air. We're racing down the front straightaway, already into turn number 1. The 17 S of Justin Sick takes the early race advantage over that number 71 of Mario Perez. Jamison Goldberg's running in that third spot in that 199, but the number 3 of AJ Sideways, AJ Cruz in the number 3 here tonight, running in the 4th spot there, right there behind Colbridge, and shotgun on the field there. Blake Bailey there in that number 11 machine. Take a look at the number 11 blinking in and out here on the screen. Definitely a tough break for that number 11 machine, just not having very good computer rolls right now. Dead last here in heat race number 1.
Yeah, they'll probably issue a penalty for that eventually if it doesn't stop.
And definitely blinking, not a good thing here, especially at the Chili Bowl. As now we're going hard racing for the top spot. 3D Racing, number 17, of Justin Sick now getting moved out of the way by the 71 of Mario Perez. Perez now slides up in front. He takes over that top spot with 10 to go. Oh, gets up on the apex, the apron. Oh, that's going to give the 17S a little bit more of a shot there, but now the 17S going to drop back to Colbridge's grasp. Now Colbridge to second.
Yeah, Colbridge making his way back. I think he started fourth. He's trying to chase down the number 1 spot.
And Jamison Colbridge doing a fantastic job there. That 199 machine had a good run in the street stocks last week here around the Chili Bowl. This week he is behind the number 71 of Mario Perez. Perez definitely been quick here this evening, watching him in practice as that number 3 machine of AJ Sideways, AJ Cruz, now moves into the 3rd spot around Justin Sick. Sick drops back to the 4th spot.
Yeah, they're following the line pretty good here. We're going to see 5 to go this time by.
Yeah, 5 laps to go, a handful of laps to go for the driver of the number 71 machine, Mario Perez, as he dives it off down here into turns 3.5 and turn number 4. Going to see 4 more laps here around the speedway. The 199 of Colbridge is really starting to catch him there as he gets right up to the rear bumper almost here through turn number 3. Colbridge trying to do everything he can as there's 3 to go at the line.
They're only taking 1 in the feature tonight, Todd, so the rest of them will go to the alphabet soup.
The alphabet soup is good, and that's not an easy task here at the Chili Bowl. One guy going to the A main from each heat race. The number 71 of Mario Perez looks to do it here, and that's a long wait after you have to wait for the alphabet soup. White flag going to be in there for the number 71 of Mario Perez. Colbridge still running in that 2nd spot. Will have a good consolation in that alphabet soup if he can do so. He'll be in the B main, but off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 1. Going to belong to the 71 of Mario Perez. 2nd going to go to Jamison Colbridge. AJ Cruz going to finish up at that 3rd spot. Justin Sick for 4. Josh Phillips and Blake Bailey round out your 6 cars. So getting ready already for heat race number 2. That was a barn burner of a race there. Different things going on there. Got to thank everyone for tuning into the Full Velocity Racing Network. If you like what you see here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, don't forget, star donations go a long way here for us. Help keep our broadcast rates cheap. A good way to get your name out there here on the broadcast, and also just some other great things going to be able to come from that. Starting on the pole here for heat race number 2, the number 2 machine. That is going to be CJ Howell, his dancing part of the outside, driving the 3D Racing number 63. That's Clifford Driscoll. Inside row number 2 sees that number 77, the iRacing High Flag, number 77 of Robert Fletcher, and the number 81 of Joey Lamb. Inside row number 3, that's Earl Arts Jr. aboard that number 61. His dancing part of the outside, Brooks Tramill aboard that number 22. We called for 6. We have all 6 cars out there on the speedway getting ready to send them out of turn number 4. As the iRacing High Flag green flag comes out, and we're racing here down the front straightaway off into turn number 1, the number 2 of CJ Howell. So showing the way right now, the 77 of Robert Fletcher running in that 2nd spot. Oh, contact! Earl Arts Jr. goes around. 3 cars collected over there at 3 and 4. Our first Har Motorsports yellow flag of the evening going to fly as we have a parking lot over there in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, Todd, looks like the Clifford Driscoll just coming there a little too hot. Got in the back of the 61, just sent him around.
Definitely.
These things are so loose here. It just takes a little tap, and that's all it is. You gone.
Yeah, you definitely can't. It's hard to control these cars. Definitely a Chili Bowl. It's hard to control any type of car here, let alone a little bit of rubbing is racing kind of ordeal like we see with the street stocks. Those are a little bit more forgiving over these pro late models. And then next week you're going to see the Legends cars, so I'm pretty sure that they're going to be a little less forgiving too. Same way with some of these other cars. So it's going to be rather interesting to see what's going to happen over the upcoming weeks here in the Indoor Nationals as we get ready to set on the iRacing High Flag. Green flag is back out. The 2 of CJ Howell leads the charge down into number 1. As you're looking at his car, I see red on one side, blue on another side. Kind of a unique looking car for CJ Howell.
Yeah, that's a wild one, man. The 81 Joey Lamb is the same way. One's red, one's purple.
And I didn't even see that one, the 81. And like you said, yeah, that's a different looking scheme. That's a Star Wars scheme. Is that number 81 of Joey Lamb running in that 3rd spot? But the 2 of CJ Howell trying to show the quick way around with the 77 of Robert Fletcher running in that second spot. Again, Fletcher trying to do everything he can, maybe to capitalize. You see, you have all the different logos on the side of that 77 machine as he tries to track down CJ Howell for this race win. Obviously, you got to do that here in a heat race, or else you're going to one of the consolation races where that's going to pertain to alphabet soup, and that's even more difficult.
Yeah, I think we're going to have it in the E-main here tonight, all the way through down to an A.
Yeah, an E-main, and that's what happened last week with the street stocks. Those guys going to town, everything happening as fast as they can. As that 2 of CJ Howell has 5 laps remaining, trying to stay in front. You can see the rear end of the car step out as they get ready to enter the corner. So you can tell how loose it was, as Charlie was saying here. That 77 of Robert Fletcher still running soundly in that second spot. Joey Lamb starting to track him down, though. Lamb was a little bit faster last time. By this time, though, Lamb was a little bit slower, so they're trading laps here as we get ready for 3 to go now already at the line, bounding back straightaway. That's how quick the racing action happens here.
Yeah, especially when you don't have just a whole lot of cautions. I mean, you know, a normal lap time around this place is like 11 seconds, so, you know, caution laps will only take like a minute, so just goes by quick.
It definitely goes by quick as we're on our final lap down here. Already off of turn number 4, CJ Howell. And that number 22 machine going to take down the victory. Robert Fletcher going to finish in second. Joey Lamb for 3. Brooks Dramil for 4. Clifford Driscoll for 5. And Earl Arch Jr. rounds out your 6 cars here in heat race number 2. Heat race number 3 getting ready to come to the speedway here. That's going to be led by Fast Frank Gonzalez in that number 4D machine. His dancing partner on the outside, that's Showtime Shane Kelly aboard the number 7 machine. Inside row number 2, you see Preston King aboard the number 113 and Colton Snyder aboard that number 24 machine, going to roll off in position number 4. Fifth starter sees Evan Nugent aboard the number 69 machine, and then the number 300 of Darren Cole. Darren Cole aboard the number 300, actually going to be the 30 out there on the track. So look for these guys, some different names I'm not even accustomed to calling here out on the speedway. Now, I know Frank Gonzalez out there, actually not in the 4, he's in the 24, so he's trying to throw us for a loop a little bit here. As Shane Kelly in the number 7 machine on the outside. Those guys, I pretty much know. The rest of the guys are kind of foreign to me, I guess. As we look out here on the speedway, you know any of these guys, Charles?
I think Darren Cole actually is the owner of 300 Customs. He's a painter. Seen him around a little bit. Had never heard any other guys, so I'm interested to see if I can stand up to these mud duck drivers sitting 1 and 2.
Yeah, as iRacing flag, green flag comes out. The number 24 machine, Frank Gonzalez, doing his best rendition down on the bottom there. Doing as much hub sucking as he can. The 113 in there. Look at all the contact being made over there at 3 and 4. A lot of good side-by-side racing, showing some fenders there. The 113 now moving into the second spot. Big wreck on the 24 machine. Frank Gonzalez goes upside down, twirling through the air. No yellow flag is going to come out, though, but Frank Gonzalez, man, what a wreck.
That may be the wreck of the season so far on the Indoor Nationals. That takes the cake so far.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Man, well, that was a wreck for the ages, if you want to say for real. The number 7 is Shane Kelly, right now your race leader. Second is the number 1 and the 13 machine of Preston King. Colton Snyder in that number 24, rolling right now in that 3rd spot. He's battling it out, duking it out with Preston King in that 113, but King right now holding on to the 2nd spot.
Yeah, it looks like Shane Kelly has set sail. He's out there wheeling this thing, and the 2 guys are just about to catch up to him, but I don't think it's the time.
No, I think they're going to run out of laps here. Is already over a second advantage for Shane Kelly, and that's second advantage is huge here at the Chili Bowl down the back straightaway for that number 7 machine. As it dives down off into turn number 3 off of 4. Going to see 7 more laps to go around the Chili Bowl. Fast laps, lightning fast laps around here. 11-second laps for these guys. So they are clicking them off one by one by one here. He raced number 3. Has been a fantastic one, and we've seen the biggest wreck here in the Indoor Nationals so far. And I even think of last season, too, because we covered this last season, Charles. It definitely going to be rather interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's nothing like I've ever seen in Chili Bowl and late models. That's crazy. The way he just hit the berm and just rode the fence up and just ran out of steam and flipped her over.
Yeah, definitely waiting to see what's going to go on here. A fantastic race so far for the number 7 of Showtime, Shane Kelly here. As 3 laps will remain. Still waiting on Phil to make his way on over to the booth here. I know Tubbs is going to keep joining us. I know Phil was supposed to join us also here at the Dirt Series Indoor National. So I know Tubbs and I can handle it right now. We're doing a fantastic job, Tubbs. It's definitely great to have your insight with 2 to go here. On the third, number 4, we're going to see the white flag here over heat race number 3.
Yep. Coming around, taking the second flag with Shane Kelly. Gonna take down heat race number 3.
Yep, Showtime, Shane Kelly taking down heat race number 3. Preston King finishing second. Colton Snyder, Evan Nuga, Darren Cole, and Frank Gonzalez round out your 6 cars in heat race number 3. Heat race number 4, the Wells Truck heat race number 4, going to go away like this, starting on the pole, driving the number 38 machine. That will be Philip Neese aboard the number 38. His dancing partner through the outside will be David Canes aboard that number 76 machine. Inside row number 3 sees the number 91 of Tyson Pankow. Outside him will be the number 83 of Josh Smith. The last row on the field, that'll be Travis Pullen aboard the number 30 machine. Travis in that number 30, rolling off in 5th. All 5 cars out there on the speedway here for heat race number 4 on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Again, this is the Indoor Nationals, Dirt Series Indoor Nationals, presented by Average Joe Paints here this evening. It's the number 38 of Philip Neese and David Canes in the 76. Those guys are your front row. Then you got Pankow and Smith and then Pullen in the 5th spot. As these guys pull down the front straightaway, that pace truck will make a very, very hard, abrupt left down into the infield to send these guys on their way. 15 laps will be the distance here for heat race number 4 as we get ready to send them on their way off a turn. Number 4, iRacing Guy flag. Green flag is in the air. Philip Neese mashes the loud pedal down, drops the nose down to the turn number 1, almost 3 wide for the race lead. Josh Smith trying to get up to the 2nd spot, can't wrestle that 76. So for 83 of Josh Smith running in 3rd.
Oh boy, we had a chain reaction right here. Just checked up the front and just caused a bottleneck towards the back. Tyson Pankow probably got the worst of that deal.
The worst of the deal right now, like you said, is Philip Neese in the top spot in the number 38 machine. David Canes running in that 2nd spot in the number 76. Then you got the 83 of Josh Smith still running in 3rd. Tyson Pankow running in that 4th spot. That Trash Panda Graphics number 91. The X91 Motorsports car trying to go to work on the 83 of Josh Smith. You could just see a step out on him there. Same way with Pankow. Those guys fighting a really, really loose car here as they catfish down this front straightaway, or catwalk as they would call it. Not catfish, you're catfishing, you're on the bottom. But if you're catwalking, you're going completely sideways down that straightaway.
Yeah, the 83 looks like that car is pitched sideways sitting on the straightaway. Like he's just trying to get it to rotate. He may be fighting a tight race car. You know, if you're fighting a tight race car, you're going to sling in there and make it turn. And that may be his issue there.
Yeah, it could be his issue there. Like you said, tight can make a really, really loose race car, and that could be the case on the 83 and even the 91 for that matter. As those guys fight tooth and nail for that 3rd spot, the top 2 have checked out on the field, if you want to call it there for real. The 38 of Philip Neese leading the way over David Canes in that number 76 machine. Still Josh Smith and Tyson Pankow 3 and 4, so pretty much single file here in heat race number 4.
Tyson got on that berm a little bit, picked the left front tire up. I think he lost a little ground for that, but it turned dead. But 30 car, oh, well, now it's just cursed, man. I just said the car was getting to the ground, the 91, and he hits the wall.
Yeah, as you're watching, like you said, Tyson Pankow, and now he hits the wall. As we talk about that, is watching him, like you said, pick up the left front tire on that X91 as we up on 4 to go here. As now Josh Smith hits the inside berm, and that number 83 machine over there 1 and 2 already down to 3 and 4. So Josh Smith able to hold on still to the 3rd spot, but 3 to go at the line.
And our leader is pretty much, like I said, Shane Kelly is pretty much checked out. Got 2 to go here. And I don't think he's going to catch him, so he'll be the only one going to the A main, the rest will go to the Alpha.
Yeah, Philip Neese leading the charge down into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, going to see the white silk over the field here for that number 38 machine, leading the charge down into 1 and 2, down the back straightaway for the final time. Into turn number 3, off of turn number 4, heat race number 4, going to belong to the number 38 of Philip Neese. Second going to go to David Keynes. Third to Josh Smith. Fourth to Tyson Pankow and Travis Pullen. Going to round out your 5 cars here at heat race number 4. So now we get ready for what we call heat race number 5. And starting on the pole here of heat race number 5, going to be that number 56 machine of Taylor James. Outside of him will be Derek Keltner aboard the number 5 machine. Inside row number 2, we'll see the 09 of Joshua Ely and Ryan Underwood aboard the number 46, rolling off in position number 4. Fifth starter sees the number 55 of Doug Silvernail.
Looks like there's being scored as a 55, there's an 05 on the side of the car.
Yeah, it is actually the 05 on the side of the car. Scored as the 55, like you see on the screen, and the 05 of Doug Silvernail. Definitely going to roll off here in, I love the chrome look on those cars when you see the numbers like that, in the 5th spot. So we'll see what he's going to be able to do. Like you said, the K5 up front there on the outside of the front row. So we'll get ready to set these guys on their way off of turn to number 4. The iRacing I flag, green flag is in hand. It's out now. The loud pedal is down, and we're driving off down into turn to number 1, the 56. Leads the charge. That is Taylor James. Oh, a gaggle of cars. Here comes Josh Ely. He's not wasting any time to the race lead.
Yeah, it sounds of it. Ely's been making a lot of laps on this place trying to get ready for this deal, so we'll see if it pay off.
Now Ryan Underwood up alongside of him, but a yellow flag going to come out for the 56 at Taylor James. Coming to a stop here on the front straightaway, James. And then number 56, unfortunate chain of events for him as he drops there to the infield. They're going to have to see if the crew can do some quick repair. But I think Ryan Underwood and then number 46 machine was able to wrestle away the lead just barely there through one of those loops over that 09 of Josh Ely.
Yep, that's what I'm saying, Todd. Looks like he got it back just before the caution came out. Tough break for Ely there. They're going to have a single file now, it looks like.
Going to be single file the way of the land. Got to thank everybody for tuning in here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. See Drac Truitt out there. We know the broadcast being done already by Phil LeCasse. He was out there just a little bit ago. See Howard Weaver tuning in. Caleb Ramsey. Doug Silvernail was out here a little bit earlier. A lot of guys out there. Robert Fletcher, Tuberville, Jim Sloan out there. We call him Twister out where we're from. But Jeff Brown out there saying Mr. Weaver in the house. So Weaver can't sneak in. He was here for a little bit. I don't know if he's still hanging around. We're getting ready to send these guys back on their way off of turn number 4. iRacing I flag, green flag back out. The number 46 of Ryan Underwood leads the charge down to turn number 1.
Yeah, it looks like he gets a pretty good jump off the start there. But he is coming. And we got 2 behind him. This is anybody's race. I mean,
yeah, anything can happen there. As Josh Ely right now, gets a little bit of a boot from the number 05 of Silvernail. 3 wide. Wow, off of turn number 4. Ely riding the wall at 05 of Doug Silvernail. Upside down, we have a leader. A leader over in the corner. Now he's back to a turtle. But we're going to go score that 1.5 points because he was a leader for a little bit there. When I changed the cameras, he was on his roof. So 1.5 points scored for the 05 of Doug Silvernail. Upside down with contact with Josh Ely. Over there into the corner, tough break for those guys out there. And I see my wife is actually tuned in too there, Charlie.
Uh-oh. Looks like we only got 3 cars left here. Oh, here comes Taylor. Oh, Taylor James is back. But it looks like he's going to be scored laps down. Smith's down in the pits.
Yeah, Taylor James 8 laps down there in the number 56 machine. Silvernail now down trying to get some work done to his car. As hopefully he'll make it back out. But 8 laps down for the 56 of Taylor James. We have 5 laps remaining for that number 46 of Ryan Underwood, who had a fantastic run here earlier this afternoon at the Lernerville series that we had going on for the High Noon series for HRE. But the iRacing flag, green flag going to come out. It is Underwood, Keltner, Ely. Those are your top 3 right now. We'll see if the 46 of Ryan Underwood is going to be able to hang on as he dives down off into turn number 3 off of 4. Going to be 3 to go at the line.
Looks like Ely's car is in rough shape. he took a pretty good hit when he and the 05 got together. So it looks like that thing may just be holding on for dear life. And I think Taylor James out there just trying to get ready for the lower mains and see if he can figure anything out with this track.
Yeah, it's definitely rather interesting. White flag comes out. Yes, we do give half points out there, Phil. Doesn't matter what, it's a half a point there from a leaner into a turtle. We discussed that quite a while ago. Is the checker flag going to fly over heat race number 5? It's going to be Ryan Underwood, Derek Keltner for 2. For 3, Josh Ely, Doug Silvernail for 4, and Taylor James rounds out your top 5. So no E-main. We're going to waive the E-main. We're going to go right into the D-main here. I'm not sure how many cars we're going to take. Probably 4 cars is what my thought is here. Maybe Charlie can fill me in on this one as we get ready for D-main racing action. Charlie, how many cars are they taking from this one?
Looks like to me they're taking 2 from the D to the C, 2 from the C to the B, and then 7 will go from the B to the feature.
So to run the soup, you got to start in the D main here. So starting on the pole, driving the 05 machine will be Doug Silvernail. His dance brother outside driving the number 6 machine. That will be Josh Phillips. Inside row number 2 will be Clifford Driscoll aboard the number 63 machine, who is now with us, or Darren Cole. Those guys are the second row, not there. I'm not sure if they're going to answer the call. We'll see what happens. If not, the other row is going to move up. Next row back, we'll see Travis Poland aboard the number 30 and Taylor James aboard the number 56 machine, rolling off in position number 6. 7th sees the number 11 of Blake Bailey, who continues to blake out here in that 11 machine. And his dance part of the outside, driving the 61 machine. That is Earl Arts Jr. The last car on the field, driving the number 24. That'll be Fast Frank Gonzalez. So we called for 9 cars. We have 8. Clifford Driscoll not answering the call.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a decent race here for those top 2 spots. Taylor James was fast early on. And then Frank Gonzalez, he just had some bad luck in this heat race.
Yeah, some really bad luck. Tore up a very, very fast race car here early on, going in that number 24 machine. We get ready to send these guys on their way off of turn number 4. iRacing flag, green flags out. 15 laps will be the distance here as the D main. Top 2 transfer on to the C main. The 05 of Doug Silvernail. Oh, the 11 of Bailey. I don't know what happened to him. Oh, some more contact over there in the corner. The 56 involved heavily as these guys just fight for every inch of real estate that they can to try to make it on into the C main.
Looks like Blake Bailey was disqualified and removed for his blinking issues there.
Yeah, tough break for Blake Bailey in that 11 machine. Have to talk to his sponsors about that one. But the 05 of Doug Silvernail, your race leader. Second is the number 6 of Josh Phillips. Those 2 would transfer on right now. Travis Poland right now running in that 3rd spot. Earl Arch Jr. running 4th. 5th is Frank Gonzalez and Taylor James running in that 6th spot. So 6 cars out there. 2 spots that remain here as Poland now looks to the inside of number 6 of Phillips, trying to do something there as he was down the back straightaway here to 3 and 4, but it looks like the 6 slams that door shut.
Yeah, the 6 is just trying to hold off the 30 because if he stays where he's at, he's in a transfer spot, but he's not trying to push the issue with the 05, but wants to make sure he keeps the 30 behind him.
Number 30, Travis Poland right now running in that 3rd spot, just trying to duke it out there with the 6 there as they close the gap. The 6 flirts with disaster on the inside apron there as he was able to allow the number 30 to catch him again. Travis Poland still running a solid 3rd, but that's not what he needs to transfer on to Silvernail. Checking out here in the D main. The number 6 still holding on to the 2nd spot, but Poland looks low once again as the 6 making some mistakes. Can the 30 capitalize here?
30 makes a mistake himself, hitting the wall, and wasn't able to capitalize on the 6th mistake. But I think 30 cars faster. He's just got to get around him.
Yeah, definitely. I think last time by the 30, 11.460. Josh Phillips, 11.585. So definitely faster, like you said. But we have 5 laps remaining. It's one thing to catch a driver. It's another thing to pass him. Poland looks back down to the bottom there, makes another mistake over there in the corner. The 6 pulls away about 5 car lengths.
Yeah, I think you might not have enough time now. He's checked out a good bit, and I'm not sure he's got enough time to catch him.
And not sure if he's going to be able to do 3 laps to go here. Silvernail in his own area code right now in that number 05 machine. Phillips still running in second. Makes a little bit of a mistake going up high there, pulling. But Popsicle sticks in the air, 2 more trips around. Ken Pullen now pulls up all alongside that 6 for a minute there to go down the back straightaway to turn number 3. Pullen going to try everything and throw at him, including that kitchen sink. But we're with the white flag with Silverdale, your race leader down the back straightaway. The battle is for the final transfer spot between Phillips and Pullen. We'll see if Pullen's got anything through turn number 3. Not going to be had. The 6 of Phillips going to take down second. Doug Silverdale going to win this one hands down. The 30 of Travis Pullen, Earl Lars Jr., Frank Gonzalez, Taylor James, Blake Bailey, Clifford Driscoll, and Darren Cole do not qualify for the C-Main.
Man, that was an awesome race, that transfer there. That was great racing.
I definitely wasn't sure if that was actually anything was going to happen there, but glad to see a good race for the final transfer spot. Got to thank, see Calvin Herring out there, Trace Williams also out there. Calvin Herring, definitely good to see you out there, buddy. You want to give a big shout out to all the fans out here. Make sure our star donations go a long way for us. We have 0 stars in the stream. Let's see some stars out there to help us on our way to helping make the stream better, helping keep our broadcast rates lower. And I tell you what, we're 98 fans away from 6,000 followers here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank you, everyone. We'll keep sending that message out here to try to get to 6,000 here. Maybe even this evening, as early as this evening, or maybe tomorrow after our broadcast. But the C-Main getting ready to come to post, already rolling out there on the speedway. Starting on the pole will be Colton Snyder. Aboard the number 24 machine, Josh Smith will roll on the outside of him in that number 83. Inside row number 2 will be the number 09 of Josh Healy, and Justin Sick aboard the 3D race number 17S, rolling off position number 4. Fifth starter sees Brooks Trammell aboard the number 22. And Evan Nugent aboard that number 98 in position number 6. Seventh starter sees Tyson Pankow, Doug Silvernail, and Josh Phillips. Round out your field for the C-Main as the safety truck pulls off down to the infield. iRacing flag, green flag coming out as we are racing down the front straightaway, and Josh Smith with a jump down into turn number 1, the 83, wasting no time. Only the top 2 transfer on to the B-Main.
Yeah, we got 9 cars fighting for 2 spots. Looks like the top 2 are already starting to break away just a little bit. But Ely's going to close that gap up. Oh, we got contact back to back.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact back there. Not sure what was going on. Still clean and green so far. Because like you said, there was some contact. 83, Josh Smith trying to transfer on to the B-Main with Colton Snyder running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Josh Healy in that 09 machine. Then you got Justin Sick running in that 4th spot. His 5th is Evan Nugent aboard that number 69. Evan right now running in the 5th spot, trying to make his way up from the D-Main. Now trying to transfer on, trying to get up to that 4th spot. So we'll see if he's going to be able to do so here. As that number 6 of Josh Phillips also trying to get up there too.
Yeah, those guys put on some great racing up front. It's like Tyson Pankow was involved in that crash just a minute ago. He's had some terrible luck in this indoor nationals. Taken out last week to C-Main as well. So hopefully he has better luck next week.
Yeah, Tyson going to be, hopefully we'll see him in the Legends cars next week. I know he's been trying real hard to try to do something here at this track, and unfortunately Pankow looks like he's going to be out of this event here, 5 laps down. The X91 Motorsports number 91 finishing in 9th here. And the C-Main as they come down the back straightaway, it's been all Josh Smith as soon as he got the race lead. 2nd is still the 24 of Colton Snyder, Josh Healy, running in that 3rd spot. Can he transfer on? Healy had a fast piece in his heat race. Right now, it just seems to be hanging out. There's the yellow flag going to come out. The Hard Motorsports yellow flag going to come out here to stack this field back together.
What happened there?
Thinking the number 98.
Yeah, it looks like the 98 just looped her there. Yep, all by a selfie.
Yeah, all by a selfie. Phil not here like he said he was going to be here, but all by a selfie through corners 1 and 2. The number 98 around. And definitely going to be rather interested to see if he's going to make it back up through. But Evan Nugent definitely not what he wanted to do here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And it's going to put him back to the tail, and there's not that many laps to go, 5 to go. Pretty much his hopes are dashed unless something catastrophic happens inside the top 7, I should say.
Bill, I mean, Todd, this is the Chili Bowl. I mean, anything can happen. Little bitty racetrack, big cars. You never know.
As the iRacing I flag, green flag comes out, the number 83 of Josh Smith punches that loud pedal down rather quickly here as we come up on 3 to go. And yes, Jason Salter out there going hashtag Tubbs TV. Tubbs TV.
They are trying to change the name now. I mean, been here 2 nights.
So down the back straight. Down the back straightaway, turns 3 and 4. The number 83 sees the white flag, Josh Smith. The Dirt Series admin, the head admin in charge over here down the back straightaway for the final time. Leading them off into turn number 3, going to take down the C main. Is that number 83 of Josh Smith? Colton Snyder going to beat Ely to the line. Colton Snyder going to finish up second, going to transfer on. Josh Ely, Justin Sick, Josh Phillips, Doug Silverdale, Brooks Tramill Avenue, and then Tyson Pankow go home on the trailer. So let's continue on. We said 7 cars make it on from the B main. 7 cars, we have 9 cars. So this should be a little bit of an action pack there from 7th on back to see who's going to make it on. As we get ready to send these guys on their way, they gridded rather quickly here. As we get ready, is the 199 of Jamison Colbridge, good old Big Country. Going to start on the pole, and then number 199 machine is dancing brother outside the iRacing flag, number 77 of Robert Fletcher. Inside row number 2, we'll see Preston King aboard that number 113 machine, and David Keynes aboard the number 76, rolling out 4th. 5th starter sees Derek Keltner aboard the K5, and AJ Sideways, AJ Cruz in that number 3 machine, rolling off in position number 6. 7th starter sees the number 81 of Joey Lamb and Josh Smith, and that number 83 rolling off in position number 8. 9th starter will be Colton Snyder there. Both those 2 drivers from the C main trying to transfer onto the A main. 7 cars will come out of the B main to the A main as we get ready. It's Colbridge and Fletcher. iRacing I flag, green flags out, mashes the puddle down. The 199 of Colbridge leads the charge down to turn number 1.
You know, if I'm the top 7 cars, especially the top 4 or 5, I'm just gonna ride. You know, there's 60 laps in the A main, and you know, I mean, I know every position counts, but no sense in almost trying to take yourself out and not make the show. Period.
Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you're going to try to make the show, but yellow flag going to fly here. I'm not sure what happened there. The 24 of Colton Snyder around. Snyder in the number 24 machine. Let's see real quick an instant replay here. Let's see if he went around. Oh, man, he just got into the back of the 81 of Joey Lamb. He goes around by himself because he did make contact. Goes around, not able to hold on to it, but the 24 of Colton Snyder comes to a stop, draws the yellow flag here, the R Motorsports yellow flag, and we're going to go back to racing here in the B main. So we're going to wait here. We're going to restack and repack the field. And we're going to try this once again. Joey Lamb holding on to the final transfer spot is Preston King also. And that 113 machine had some issues, now to 8th. So Preston King, who was up inside the top 5, now out of a transfer spot.
Yeah, that's a tough deal, man. When you're up there in your transfer spot, just losing it makes you really have to fight for it. And only 11 laps. 9 laps left, and we're going back green flag racing.
And green flag back out. We're on board with the Sheffield Graphics, number 199. So Sheffield Graphics, the official onboard sponsor here of the Full Velocity Racing Network, as Jamison Colbridge goes to work around the track. We're just showing his view out the windshield.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a clear view ahead of him. About a car length over Fletcher. Keltner's back in 3rd place.
Got Keltner, like you said, running in that 3rd spot, and that number K5 machine, the number 3 of AJ Cruz running 4th. David Keynes running in that 5th spot. Josh Smith and Joey Lamb, Preston King right now running in 8th. Right now, 1 transfer spot out of making the A main, that 113 machine, and Colton Snyder really not doing a good job right now in this B main as he's struggling there. He's falling off that pack there, but Jamison Colbridge coming up on 4 laps to go for that 199.
Yeah, it looks like the one Colton Snyder. Nope, that's 24.
3 laps remain for Jamison Colbridge in that 199 machine. Robert Fletcher running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is the K5 of Derek Keltner. Keltner holding on to the third spot. Popsicle Sticks going to go up in the air there for Jamison Colbridge. In that 199, he's showing the way here so far every lap. In this B main, as we're going to see the white flag for the final time, we will transfer 7 on to the A main. It is Jamison Colbridge driving off into 1, off of 2, down the back straightaway already. As that 199 into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4, picking up the B main is going to be Jamison Colbridge, Big Country. Robert Fletcher going to finish up second, third going to be Derek Keltner. Fourth, AJ Cruz, David Cades for 5, Josh Smith for 6, Joey Lamb for 7th. The other 2 going on the trailer, Preston King and Colton Snyder.
Boy, that 113, he sent it off in there trying to, he tried hard to get that last transfer.
Really happy about winning the B main was Jamison Colbridge, but before we get into the A feature here tonight with the Pro Late Models, we're going to send things down trackside for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And thank you to Kevin Dedman for the playing of the national anthem. Already go right to A main feature time as they throw the checkered flag on the session here. But I brought here Jeff Brown also with us here now from iRacing iFlag. Jeff wanted to come and maybe say a few things, maybe get a little bit of a different perspective on the call here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Welcome to the crew here, Jeff.
Hey, well, thanks, Todd. It's always nice to join you guys. I haven't been to too many of these chili bowls, but man, these cars go around here fast. It's almost hard to keep track of everything that's going on. I can't imagine being a broadcaster trying to do this. So yeah, it's great to be here. It's nice to get out of the office sometimes to come and watch some good races.
I thought you had a guy coming with you there, Jeff. Where is he?
Oh yeah, I brought Howard Weaver with me. Of course, as soon as we walk in, he finds a group of girls, and I think he's off signing autographs and God only knows what else. You know how he is. He can't keep track of him because it's an impossible thing to even try. So, but yeah, so he's off and about, and that's one reason why I'm up here high in the broadcast booth with you, is I'm trying to find him and, you know, striking out.
All right, getting ready for the Voiles Trucking starting lineup. Going to do this rather quickly here as we're getting ready here for the Voiles Trucking starting lineup. Starting on the pole is Mario Perez, CJ Hall on the outside. Then you also have Shane Kelly, Philip Neese, Ryan Underwood, Jamison Colbridge, Robert Fletcher, Derek Keltner, AJ Cruz, David Canes, Josh Smith, and that is your field. As the iRacing I flag, green flag comes out. I'm going to ask you one question here, even though we're green. Who's it going to be?
That famous tagline, God damn.
Definitely try, as my air is out of my head now. Gonna have to go get that old-fashioned air compressor, put it back inside my head. You know how that works.
The Russian judge gave that 11, by the way.
Oh, wow.
We have Phil here too. We have a full booth here. I don't know what we're gonna play. We're gonna play horseshoes and hand grenades.
You guys can call the race. You guys are doing a hell of a job. Don't mind me. Jeff brought me. We were on the Howard search.
Oh, so you were the other one that was back there.
Yeah, he wanted his autograph. Must be.
Sneaky.
Yeah, it's always nice to team up with you guys. It's always nice to talk to Charlie too. I know he's done some real good work for us on our corporate cars, so they look really hot. So good job to that, Charlie.
Thanks, sir.
Gonna have our first Hard Motorsports yellow flag already here, and it looks like Colbridge involved in this one. As Jameson
On the
Colbridge in the
77.
199, it looks like the 77 machine also involved. The 77 being a Robert Fletcher, as he drives it off into the corner pretty hard. Makes contact with the 199 Colbridge, and around they go. Here's so Colbridge and that 199 going to join the tail of the field. Also, Robert Fletcher, for his involvement, going to also join the tail of the field.
Yeah, we got 8 laps down in this 6th lap main. Oh. Josh Smith having some trouble in the mix there. Like.
As like you said, Josh Smith having trouble. There's a lot of guys having trouble here tonight as we make our way on to the getting ready to go back to the green flag here off of turn number 4. I know the pace truck pulled in. Not sure what's going on here.
Looks drunk.
The pace truck back out on the speedway. Not sure what that was all about.
Like a delayed green flag.
They delayed the green flag here, so as the 71, now the pace truck back down to the pit road. See if it comes back out on the speedway. Nope, not going to be had here. iRacing flag, green flag going to come out over the field. Mario Perez leads the charge down to turn number 1. CJ Howell running in that second spot. Showtime Shane Kelly running third. Ryan Underwood for 4. And 5th right now is Philip Neese in that number 38 machine. As the number 71 of Mario Perez leads the charge down to turn 1. Howell still looking to the bottom, trying to get around. Battle for that third spot. Underwood underneath the number 7 there for a moment. Not going to be had as the number 7 of Shane Kelly slams that door shut.
So we got 2 packs going on here. We got the main lead pack, and then back to the K5 and the 81 back in the 9th and 10th spot. If we go green, we may see lap traffic here in about 10 laps, Todd.
Yeah, lap traffic going to definitely be something something to worry about for our race leader, that number 71 of Mario Perez. As CJ Howell running in second, but Perez has definitely put his gap up, probably about 5 car lengths over the number 2 machine, getting a little bit loose off of turn number 4. As the 7 is starting to reel in that number 2 of CJ Howell. The 46 of Ryan Underwood right there still knocking on the door. As Philip Neese running in 5th pretty comfortably. In that number 38 machine is Canes running in the 6th spot. As these guys continue to go down the front straightaways. The Underwood machine gets underneath the 7 there, making a little bit of contact with Shane Kelly over there in the corner. But again, that's a Chili Bowl, and these are full fender cars. We expect contact.
Yep. Fenders are rubbing, that's what I would say, but that battle between 7 and 46 and Ryan Underwood, that's hot right there. They are both wheeling those things, just trying to hold on to this to the guy.
Definitely, as Shane Kelly had a fantastic run in the street stocks here just last week on a Sunday night. The number 46 of Ryan Underwood again back down to the bottom. Oh, a little bit more contact again. Oh, into the wall goes Shane Kelly. The 46 of Ryan Underwood now having a wrestling match with the number 7 machine. We're going to see who's going to lay the smackdown on that number 7 machine. Or is it going to be the number 46 getting the smackdown laid on him?
Yeah, you run me like that, and I'm going to drive right back by you. Look at that. He threw an elbow at him, and he just said, I'm faster. Come on.
Yeah, Shane Kelly wasting no time as Ryan Underwood now back to the 4th spot again as those guys making some heavy contact, but good old-fashioned short track racing. Is yellow flag going to fly, though, as somebody's around? It looks like he's going to be the number 76 machine, and yes, it is, as Colt, it looks like Keltner going to get into the 76 machine rather hard there. Over in the corner, just drives it off in pretty deep, full song, and that's a full send right there. If you say it, the number 76 goes around and not David Keynes. I think the number 5 of Keltner going to join him too, because that was definitely his fault.
Yeah, I'm still. Oh yeah, this was like I missed the corner and just took him around.
Just for the record, boys, we don't believe in half sends. You got to send it full.
Yeah, that looked like a full send to me, but
It was a full, by far.
Phil, it's nice to see you in here.
Well, you know what? And I guess under yellow, I guess I'll share what I'm doing. I don't know if you guys know, but do you know Full Velocity Race Network has its very own website? And that's what I'm currently sitting here doing. So I'm listening to Todd and Charlie give us this awesome action from the Indoor National Chili Bowl. I am actually actively working on the schedule of the news section of the Full Velocity Racing Network website at fullvelocitytv.com. Segue. I'm working, Todd.
Now it's about time you do something around here, Bill.
Hey!
It's about time.
I will have to say, though, I was a little depressed when I walked in the booth and Phil wasn't in here at first. So, I do love you, Todd, but
My goodness.
Phil's the man. Sorry.
Goodness.
As the number 71 of Mario Perez, and I'm the one that has the dirt background. Phil has absolutely none. But the 71 of Mario Perez, your current race leader. Number 2 of CJ Hall running in that 2nd spot. Ryan Underwood running 3rd now as he was able to get around the number 7 of Showtime Shane Kelly. Kelly back down to the bottom though, trying to wrestle that spot back away. And he is not going to be able to do so as Underwood still maintaining that 3rd spot. 4th is the number 7, still Shane Kelly. But Philip Neese now into the fray. He's looking at the number 7.
and if you look up front, the 71 and the 2 are putting on a great battle up there. They've checked out from the field, and they're in a zip code of their own.
Now the number 3 of AJ Cruz down to the bottom of Philip Neese. There's a side-by-side battle for the 5th spot. That number 3 machine wrestles that away. Neese now drops back to 6th. And at number 38, but it's been all Mario Perez. Redline Motorsports, number 71. Your race leader, the number 2, still running in 2nd, CJ Hall. Howell trying to track him down. Ryan Underwood running in that 3rd spot now, trying to track down both of those guys. But, man, he has to throw it in deep as he's ran away from that number 7 to Shane Kelly.
Yeah, it looks like the 2's lost the track to the 71 as well. It looks like an equal difference between the 71, the 2, and the 2 and the 46. So a 3-car battle for the lead once they all get closed back up.
Yeah, as Mario Perez is right now leading CJ Hall, and like you said, Ryan Underwood really throwing the gauntlet down, running faster laps than both the top 2 cars on the speedway. As Underwood, that 3D Racing number 46 machine, the young kid behind the wheel of that machine, and just really tracking these top 2 down and showing how fast he is there at the number 46 machine. But it's one thing to catch somebody, it's another thing to pass them, as he's caught him here down into turn number 3, trying to get around CJ Hall first. We're going to see him go to work for that 2nd spot.
Yeah, it looks like the 46 is definitely faster. We'll just have to see if he can catch up to him and get the pass thing.
And the 46 really working over the top shelf of the speedway. It looks like the top group definitely being faster here. Oh, Howell makes a mistake, costly mistake for the number 2 machine. Ryan Underwood down underneath him in that number 46, side by side for the 2nd spot as they come off a turn at number 4. It is Underwood on the bottom, Howell up top as Underwood tries to slide him, but Howell fighting back on the outside.
I feel like the 46 and chuck her in there and throw one. He almost had that cleared. We'll just see if he's got the speed. We'll just see if we can get past him.
Yeah, definitely going to be difficult on the bottom. No forward bite for the number 46 as he tries to get off the corner, especially on the bottom side of the speedway. That 2 of CJ Hall is still holding on to the second spot there. We have 17 laps to go. So the 46, if he wants any type of shot, maybe at Mario Perez, he's going to have to do so here rather quickly, get around that number 2, and then try to set his sights on that number 71. But Howell, not no easy guy to pass.
Yeah, 71 loving this. You know, if he's tied up with 46, he's not trying to pass him, so he just got it set on cruise control.
He definitely has it set on cruise control. Here comes Underwood back down to the bottom side by side with the 2 there. Off of turn number 2 into turn number 3. CJ Hall now makes some love to the outside wall. Does a little bit of tap there. Underwood again alongside of him down into turn number 1. Can Ryan Underwood capitalize on his mistake again? Nope. Howell a little bit faster going down into turn number 3, but still side by side for that second spot.
Man, this battle's heating up. Here comes lap traffic. We've got about probably 2 or 3 laps, and they'll be right in the middle of all that stuff.
Yeah, lap traffic definitely going to be probably a determining factor of where everybody's going to be on the track as they're starting to catch the tail of the field. That number 76 directly in front of them, but the 46 of Ryan Underwood not going away without a fight there for the second spot as they have caught down the number 71 of Mario Perez. Perez, your race leader, down into turn number 1. And again, Underwood trying to do everything he can. He makes a mistake now. Gives a little bit of less pressure to that number 2 of CJ Howell. Now Howell can focus on that race lead as they catch lap traffic in the form of David Cates and Derek Keltner right in front of them.
Man, that's 10 to go and 9 to go now, and lap traffic can really save the outlook of this race.
Yeah, it could really determine what's going to go on here as Howell gets it a little bit sideways over in 1 and 2. Mario Perez now catching David Cates. What is it going through his head to try to get by these lap cars?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure he's just hoping they'll realize he's there and, you know, let him go by. And, contact.
A little bit of contact from
man.
Canes, man, into the 71 machine as he's still fighting. He don't want to go a lap down. Again, fighting for a spot. Do you think these lap cars should roll over and let the leaders by? That's always been a determining factor at a racetrack. I've seen lap cars take race leaders out and everything else. So I've seen race leaders take lap cars out too. But that's on the old line. Oh man, the 71 working over the bottom. He's not in his preferred groove. The 71 of Mario Perez trying to hold on to the top spot, but that 76 fighting him there. He doesn't want to go lap down. David Cates way up to the top shelf of the speedway, but the 71 of Mario Perez has 4 to go around the speedway.
You know, I've only been in the lap car position that deal, but yeah, usually I just let them go. It's not fair to let the rest of the guys that have been working hard for, 60 laps.
Yeah, as we're going to come up on 2 laps remaining, popsicle sticks in the air for the number 71 of Mario Perez as he dives off down into turn number 1. Ryan Underwood now moves to the second spot around Howell. Howell now drops to the third. We'll see if Howell's going to be able to do anything here. Underwood's going to have one shot at this guy, at the number 71 of Mario Perez. They come off down into turn number 1. Canes has been a thorn in his side, but that 71 of Mario Perez leads the charge down to turn number 3. Underwood tries everything he can, and he can't do it. It's going to be the 71 of Mario Perez from Redline Motorsports taking down the victory. Second, going to go to the 3D Racing number 46 of Ryan Underwood. CJ Howell going to finish up at that third spot. Fourth, going to go to Showtime Shane Kelly. Then you have Joey Lamb, AJ Cruz, Jamison Colbridge, Robert Fletcher, Josh Smith, Philip Neese, Derek Keltner, and David Cates rounding out your field.
Man, that was an awesome race, guys. A few more laps, that really could have changed a lot of things. That 46 was definitely one of the dominant cars tonight, especially once the track slipped off. He was, give him 2 more laps, he'd probably had 71 pass.
Yeah, the number 71 of Mario Perez taking down a big W here tonight at the Indoor Nationals. We're going to take a brief pause for the cause, make our way on down to BladeNote.com, Victory Lane, and hopefully we'll be able to interview all top 3 here on the post-race show here down in BladeNote.com, Victory Lane on the Full Velocity Racing Network as Mario Perez doing some nice 360s here. Deserved win here in the Pro Late Models. And welcome back to the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show, thebladenode.com. Victory Lane as we make our way on down here. We're going to have Charlie kind of be like an understudy here. We're going to let him have a couple of conversations here and see if he wants to ask any of these drivers anything. But we're going to start off here with tonight's third place finisher, CJ Howell in that number 2 machine. CJ, what a great race for you there. Heat racing action was good for that number 2. And then again with the feature racing action, able to take down a solid third place finish there. Great battle with Ryan Underwood going on with that number 2 in the 46. But tell us about your race here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. It was fun, for sure.
Definitely a fun race there for the number 2 machine. You were able to get alongside Ryan Underwood a couple different times. Underwood was alongside of you. What was going through your head? Did you guys think that you were going to make it out of one of those corners there last couple times? Because, man, you guys were beating off each other quite well.
Mainly just trying to hold our line and just trying not to wreck us both. And there's a few times we had a run on Mario and just didn't want to wreck us all, and just tried to just calm down, stay calm.
All right, CJ. Well, I brought Charlie here with me, so Charlie's an understudy here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We'll let Charlie. Do you have a question for Mr. CJ?
Yeah, I mean, when you get out there and start running practice laps this place, how many practice laps you got around this for getting prepared for tonight?
I've ran countless laps in the past week or two since after last Sunday after the street stocks.
Yeah, it definitely showed, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's been just something I can actually drive.
All right. So, CJ, before we let you go, we'll give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Sticker, I'd like to thank you for tonight's third place finish.
Ryan Underwood for helping me get all these late models down and where I can drive them. Alex Payne for all the help. Howell Racing Graphics. Just everybody at Dirt Series Promotions.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up tonight's third place finish driver of the number 2, CJ Hall. We'll let him get back to it there. We'll bring on down here into the conversation the number 46, who's had a couple of good runs here on the Full Velocity Racing Network here this afternoon. But Ryan Underwood with a second place finish here at the Chili Bowl, man. What a fantastic race. Tell us about it.
Coming into it, I know it was going to be one lane racing because it would be fixed. Track was perfect. It was really racy between all of us. There was a little bit of a bottom there at the end, but with all that momentum we were carrying up top, it really wasn't useful though.
Yeah, definitely, though, finishing up in the second spot, though. You threw everything you had at Mario in the last couple laps there. We see you threw it as full send into the turns 3 and 4 as you could, but just didn't have enough here. If you think you had about 5 more laps, you had anything for that number 71 machine?
Yeah, I do. Halfway through the race, Mario was about 2 seconds in front of him, about 5 laps. I caught him to less than a second. So I think halfway through the race, I was one of the fastest cars, if not the fastest on the track. But carrying that all the way towards the end is really hard racing up against all these guys.
All right, Ryan, we have the understudy Charlie down here with us. He likes to ask everybody at least one question. We're trying to get him used to this down here in BladeNode.com, Victory Lane. Charlie, do you have a question for Mr. Underwood?
Yeah, I mean, I was telling right there at the end, I said that car is probably the fastest car on the racetrack, because you closed up a huge gap, like you said. And I mean, just are you just more comfortable on a slick racetrack? Is that what gave you the edge?
Yeah, well, on a slick track, I'd zone out, and I'm like, I don't mess up. But as soon as I caught CJ, I couldn't get around them. Like, I lost everything, and me and CJ are really good friends, so I didn't want to ruin both of our races and take us out the points chase.
Well, that's a great thing to do, is just race clean and everybody race you the same way.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ryan, before we let you go, we'll give you the microphone one last time. You can think who would like to thank here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Microphone floor is all yours.
I'd like to thank everyone at 3D, you guys for helping us and broadcasting all these races. Wolf Racing, ABS Graphics, if y'all need any type of wrap, I really suggest him. The nicest rap guy that I've ever dealt with. One Shot Recycling and Ken Skins.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking second place up here tonight at the Chili Bowl in the Pro Late Models driver, the number 46. That is Ryan Underwood. So we'll make our way on down to Redline Motorsports with the driver of the number 71 picking up the big W here tonight at the Chili Bowl, Mario Perez, and that number 71. Mario, it's about time we've seen you down here in Victory Lane on the Full Velocity Racing Network. It's been a while since we got a chance to talk to you, but a fantastic race for that number 71. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I'm still trying to catch my breath from there. I don't feel too good coming home from a 12-hour shift and then running that. That was a good 40 laps there in the end. I'm still a little winded from it. My arm's definitely sore.
You're able to keep a lot of strong guys at bay. CJ Hall, Ryan Underwood, all those guys starting to breathe down your neck there towards the end of that race, but you were able to come out on top there, Mario. Tell us about how much preparation may have gone in. I know you did a 12-hour shift, but how much preparation did you make for this track before you actually got here tonight?
I got about 10 minutes of practice, and that was about it.
Well, we're going to call him the natural then. Obviously, 10 minutes of practice there. Mario Perez, that number 71, bringing home a big W here at the Chili Bowl. But we got Charlie Milner. He's got the question for you too, Mario. We'll let Charlie have at it here. And Charlie, what do you have for Mario?
Man, when you saw those guys fighting side by side, did you have it set on cruise control, or were you driving your heart out? Because you knew that they couldn't really make a move on you when they were side by side. So what were you thinking there?
Yeah, for sure. Before that second to last caution came out, I had a pretty good gap on CJ there, and I was definitely on cruise control there. And then that caution did finally come out, and they were on me. I seen CJ was on me, and then I seen Ryan. He jumped in the picture too, and again they jumped side by side, and they were just running back and forth with each other. But I had that lap car. I couldn't really go nowhere. I couldn't really push the gap between me and them two behind me. So I mean, I still seen them for sure. But, I was just trying to stay as smooth as I can and try to stay out of that lap car. He was giving me a run for my money. I didn't want to be too aggressive and take us both out or vice versa. So I was just sitting on cruise there at the end. But I for sure I seen them two coming.
Yeah, they were battling hard side by side, just trying to get to you. I knew once one of them broke away, they were gonna try to get out there and get around you. And let me tell you, Ryan Underwood, he was coming, son.
Well, before we wrap things up there down here at BladeNote.com, Victory Lane, Mario, I know you got a lot of people on that car you'd like to thank. No team line, your new team here, Redline Motorsports. It's definitely good to see you guys all paired up and down here in Victory Lane, but we'll give the microphone, the floor is all yours. Thank you, or like to thank tonight.
Yeah, for sure. The guys over at Redline Motorsports, me, Gavin Collins, John Altich, and Jason Games, he just joined up with us. I'm real happy to have him with us. He paints our cars. He is the owner-operator of Silver Fox Race Designs. He paints all our cars up for us. He does more than a good job of them. He's one of the best on the sim, so if anybody's looking for a new wrap, definitely hit up him. First race I can win with you guys, and shout you guys out on the car, Full Velocity Race Network. Appreciate you guys letting us have you on the car. And JZ Racing Photography. Jeremy, he takes some of the best pictures on the sim as well. So if anybody's looking for pictures, hit up JZ Racing Photography on Facebook.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home the victory here, the big victory here at Dirt Series, the Indoor Nationals, week number 2 in the late model division. The driver of that number 71, Mario Perez, will let him get back to it here, let him get back to his teammates. But what a fantastic race we had here this evening. Some great side-by-side racing action. We had some massive flips here, Charlie, here tonight. Definitely rather interesting here. Definitely style points goes to that number 24 of Frank Gonzalez. Probably the biggest hit, the loudest hit I've seen of 2020 so far.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen one a little bit worse at Williams Grove. Marcus Brown went up and hit the bridge at Williams Grove and flipped about 14 times. But this is a close second right here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it here for tonight's episode of the Full Velocity Racing Network, should say, here for the Dirt Series. I know tomorrow night we're going to be live on the air once again on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And then we have, I believe, believe it's going to be Wednesday nights, 3 fights on Wednesday. Then Thursday we have a double build there. We have the Throwback Series going on for VLR. We also have I believe it's the Modified Tour that's going to be going on too. Definitely a lot of different events. Please check out our schedule on FullVelocityTV.com, or you can check it out on our Facebook too. On the Facebook, I got to get onto that one as Phil's trying to keep me on the ups and ups here for the Facebook schedule at least. So again, I'm going to sign off for the evening, but thank you everyone for tuning in to the Full Velocity Racing Network. I'm Todd Stanton, pushing all the controls, making some announcements going on. And Charlie, thank you for joining us. Jeff Brown also for joining us here tonight, and Phil making a 2-second cameo here. I'm Todd Stanton signing off for the Full Velocity Racing Network, reminding you to keep the silver side down and hammer down. We'll see you tomorrow night on Full Velocity. Good night.
Thank you.